You ready?
All right.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to the podcast for people whose moms died by people whose moms died. I'm Teeahnah,
I'm Brittany.
and today I am crusty a little bit, and I got a headache. But I'm present and accounted for. President. I love doing that. I don't know why, but I do. I love it. What we finna talk about?
I'm here. I'm present and accounted for. You said 9 o'clock, baby. I showed up. And that was the goal for today. Today, when I tell you, you ever had one of them days that just dragged you across the concrete and made sure you hit every block on the concrete?
Yes.
Like,
Every lump,
do,
bump,
do, do,
little
do. Like,
rock.
do. That's my head on the concrete all day long. It just beat me up. Today beat
For
me up.
sure. I think today was, yeah, same tease. I started my day at 5:45. That's too fucking early.
Solid.
That's too early.
Solid. What do you do when the concrete beat you up?
What do I do normally? Depending on how beat up I feel in comparison to how beat up I am, I might cry. Like depending on where in the menstrual cycle phase thingies,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
tears may happen because what the fuck was that? Cuss words always
Okay.
happen.
Every time.
Um,
I feel that. I feel that.
Sometimes moving my body helps. Sometimes it don't though. But I
Mhm.
did move
Mhm.
my body today. I went in that gym and
That's
I
good.
lifted the heavy things like you told me.
I didn't. I did not do our plan today, but I'm gonna do our plan tomorrow.
Okay. I think
I'm gonna do
I
it
gotta
tomorrow.
make up a day because one of them days I couldn't get to the gym. But I went to pole
I could have
class.
went today. I had time and everything today. I just sat there and stared into space while the concrete just kept beating me up. I didn't. I could have went. I didn't feel like it. I've been in a real I don't feel like it phase lately. I don't know what's going on. Probably need an intervention.
What kind of intervention? Like what's a is there only one kind of intervention? But it's about different stuff? Is that the case?
I just don't care. I don't. It's a different. I maybe it's healthy because maybe previously I cared too much,
Maybe.
but I don't. I don't care. I don't care. Don't when I tell you, I don't know. It's weird. I feel like my mother would not be pleased.
With how little you care about things? My
It would be like be a better person than that.
mine would ask you to teach me. I would love to give less fucks. I think I'm getting close. I think I'm getting close.
I didn't do it on purpose. I don't know how I got here. I feel like Deborah Cox in that song. I don't know how.
How did you?
I feel like this is not where I'm supposed to be, but I don't
No,
care.
no, no.
I don't care.
Woo.
So maybe
Wait.
that's the topic today. What you think your mama would tell you right now?
Okay. So you think your mama would? Okay. So first we gotta establish where we are. You are team. I don't give a good goddamn about none of this shit.
Negative 17 fucks to give.
Now, where? Okay. Why do you think that she would be disappointed? Like, is it this the things that you don't care about?
I think it's the attitude that comes with it.
Mm, okay.
I think perhaps I'm not as delicate with the human beings as I should be, according to her. I am personally okay with it. However, I feel that this is one of those moments that if she had not had the audacity to die, we might have had one of those disagreements that grown women have sometimes after they transition out of the mother daughter, you know, elder to younger type and just kind of interact as women. I feel like if we had reached that phase because she didn't die, this would be one of those moments where she would be like, girl, you cannot say that
Mm,
to people. Cause I just be saying it. If I feel it, I be saying what I mean
hmm.
with my whole chest.
I'm praying that the internet caught all of that because on my end the audio was breaking up. But I heard what you said. You said that this would be y'all if she wasn't dead, unfortunately, that this would be a time where y'all will argue a tad about the way that you're handling the people.
I imagine. I don't know because she did, but I
Right.
think so.
We won't ever know.
That's the hard part about this whole season of adulthood. I think that's actually something that has been affecting me lately is that I'm entering all these seasons of transition. I'm coming out of residency. My kids are at the fun stage where they are like in their sports and excelling and getting student of the month and doing all the cool shit. And first of all, the lady can't babysit. So that sucks because, like, where are you? Okay. Second
Hello.
of all, she's not here for nothing. And I think that is affecting my ability to, like, I don't know. I do think it's affecting my ability to, like, care about certain things. Because I don't need anybody's approval at this point in my life. And she was probably the only person's approval I still cared for. And so now I don't care. You don't like it? Sounds like something you should tell your personal therapist. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's you can't do that. I know I can't do that, but who's gonna stop me? This is the problem. This is the place I've
You
reached.
are a woman on the road. Damn. So okay. Honestly though, being in that space in that place doesn't sound horrific. Maybe it is for the people on the other side of it, but to
I'm
me,
chilling.
personally, sounds great.
I'm
If
chilling.
I were in this space, I want to give less fucks so bad. And I think that I'm getting close to it. So the space that I'm in right now is I have come to the realization that whatever it is I want, I am going to have to fight for it tooth and fucking nail. And it's very
Mm,
possible that those fights will continue until my dying days because the obstacles
mm,
are not stopping. They're not. They're not stopping. The and when I say fight, I mean like fight my
mm,
mindset sometimes, which we have talked about before. It can get a little bit on the negative, self-judgy side. Um, I have to fight my fucking schedule. Like I am never not busy.
mm-hmm.
So that other shit, do you want? Do you want it or not? You're gonna be busy. Where are
You
you?
do be
Where are you
busy.
making the time? Right now, I'm working
You do be
7 days a
busy.
week by
You
mistake,
do be
but
busy.
right, 7 days a week, and I got like a side gig. I still be DJing people parties. Um, and somebody had the nerve to ask me about some fucking baked goods, bitch.
It's your business though. You see what I'm
Correct,
saying? Like
correct.
I want to bring you back into the sphere here
I
cuz that is
that
your
is my
business.
business, right? And so, if I would like to have a business that's successful, I'm going to have to fight for it for a while. Um, there is always something. My fucking refrigerator went out. I am a person who cooks. The butter is in my refrigerator melting at this time. There's always something.
But maybe it's a tough season. Like maybe it's
Maybe,
a bad day. Maybe it's not. Maybe
maybe, and
it feels dramatic. I don't know if that's what Loretta would tell you, but it's giving maybe you need a nap cuz you got a headache.
I don't know. I felt this way for weeks. I felt this
Ooh.
way for weeks that I am going to have to fight. And honestly, I don't know what she would tell me because I never saw that lady have an easy time doing not nary a
Mm.
motherfucking thing. Right?
Mhm.
Like I and when I think about it, so I think it may be on a earlier episode or something, but like Big Lo had several business ideas that never really panned all the way out. Like
Mm-hmm.
she used to sell stuff. She did the rich dad poor dad thing. Like I wholeheartedly believe my mom was supposed to have millions and millions of dollars, but somewhere along the lines, it just
Mm-hmm.
it there was shit that happened. And so honestly, I feel like I always saw her fighting for things. Like
Mm-hmm.
she, you know what I'm saying, between having to raise me by her motherfucking self because my daddy was going through whatever he was going through that caused him to be not great at parenting.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So she didn't really have no help, right? Fighting her
Mm-hmm.
own schedule because, well, I have this meeting, but I also have this kid. So I'm gonna just drag her along to the meetings with me. Um, my girl was motherfucking tired between running around doing all her shit and then running around doing all my shit
Mm-hmm.
too because she wanted me to be a well rounded kid. Like, I don't know. She might be like, hell yeah, you gonna have to fight for that shit if you want it.
Mm.
She
Yeah, I thought you was having a bad day. I didn't realize this was a thing.
Oh
So that's that's
yeah.
that's my bad.
Yeah, I felt like this for
I thought we was talking about today. Yeah.
no. I felt like this for a couple weeks now. And so it's just like, okay,
Mm.
if you
That's
want
heavy.
to in the midst of all that you're going through right now, if you want to
Mm.
have a brand that is successful, you are going to have to fight for the success of that brand. That means getting up at 5:45 in the morning so you can take a meeting by 9 and still make sure that you work out and get to work on time. Like that might mean because I haven't edited a YouTube video for my channel where I do YouTube videos in a month and a half. I haven't sat down to edit anything.
Hmm. Do you think you're doing too much?
Of course.
Yeah.
What I don't have conceptualized is how and where to stop, right?
You can do
So, like,
less.
I'm currently
Hmm.
working 7 days a week because I got a promotion. Yay, promotion. I
Yes.
started that
Congrats.
2 weeks
Hmm.
ago. That is a full time job. I haven't worked a full time job anywhere since 2022. They are earning they're forcing me to earn every single one of my dollars. They're forcing me to earn every single one of my dollars. And um yeah, but that's also a job that pauses during the summer. And during that pause in the summer, I won't have that income. It's not like it's a salary position where they're going to continue paying me, even though
Hmm.
we're not in session. Last year when that happened, I was on my ass because the DJ gigs were slow during that time. And while I survived, obviously, um, that was a rough time. That was a
Hmm.
rough time. It
Yeah.
was a rough couple months. And I don't necessarily wish to experience that in that way. So I do have a part time job that is going to be open rain, sleet, hail, snow, firestorm,
Hmm.
volcano,
Hmm.
tornado, second
It
coming
do
of
be open.
Jesus. That bitch is open.
It do be open. The Beano be knowing.
Yeah. And so, and they pay very,
That's
very
true.
well for me to come there and work 3 days a week. Um,
Hmm.
so it's just like, damn, do I quit? They asked me because I've quit several times before. They was like, okay, so my boss was like, I told him, I was like, yeah, I'm working 7 days a week now. I got promoted at my other job. He was like, okay, so are you leaving? Because they know I will get the fuck on. But it's just like, is that the most fiscally responsible idea?
Hmm. Right before summer. Yeah.
Right. I don't know. I don't know. Um, yes.
What you think she would tell you?
I don't know. Loretta was one of the ones, if she could go and take a trip, she was going to go take that bitch. And I think the only reason why she didn't do them so much when I was around is because I was around. But as soon as she like retired, she was back on random cruises and shit whenever she could go.
Mm-hmm.
And I also had
Mm-hmm.
like I'm trying to go to Paris to see Beyonce. Do I really need to be without funds for that? No.
I agree with you there. I don't think so. I get you. So you're in a season of you got too many F's to give
Unfortunately.
for so many things. Yeah.
And then the niggas talking about pay your fucking student loans back.
Oh yeah. When does that start?
I don't know. Some
Like in
people,
May,
yeah,
right?
some people already like in
Yeah.
default. In default, and
I need to check. I ain't even logged in. You see what I'm talking about? I got the email. Ask me if I opened it.
so I don't know. Like, what the fuck Donald Trump got going on? What is going on? It's too much going on. But at this moment, I don't see an out. And I've been thinking about it though. So on the bright side, like I have been attempting to plan. Um, I've been reading my books and
Mm.
I've been like writing what I want my life to look like. I've been writing that out,
Mm.
but I have still been finding it a little difficult to like pin down where to start. But I've been writing this stuff out.
I feel like we've had this conversation over the years,
Mm-hmm.
and one theme is that you like to do a lot of things at once. Like you feel like you need to do a lot of things because if this one don't work out, then you got this one, and if this one don't work out, then you got this one type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I would tell you what Jackie would tell you. I don't know what Loretta would tell you, but Jackie would just tell you to do the one that makes you feel good, like that wakes you up excited. Start with that one.
Well, if I'm being honest, in this season, none of the things do that. And I used to really feel that way about radio. I was talking to a lady about that too. I used to really feel that way about radio. And then I had a shitty experience with my employer, which kind of zapped that for me. And so that's what I mean by fight for it. It's like, okay. So she was telling me that the lady was telling me that okay, hold on, let me back up. I told her that I used to feel that way about radio. And
The lady is your therapist,
correct.
by the way. I feel like because that's how
Oh yeah, we were first
we call the therapist the
the
lady.
lady,
Yeah.
right? So I was telling her that when I came to the conclusion about the having to fight for the things that I want, I saw this video and it basically was like you're gonna have to answer to your 6-year-old self and your 80-year-old self. And so, um, I am while I am working to like heal, nurture, pat her back, my 6-year-old self. I've been thinking a lot about my 80-year-old self, and I don't want her to be like, "What if we just try harder?" Right? And so, and by try harder, I mean in the media space. And I know that I did have this experience where like I wasn't treated fairly. I heard a lot of no's with no like reasoning behind them. It was just a lot of no's. But it did get me to a point where I was just like, you know what, fuck it. And it's like, what if those no's, because at a point being told no was just like, all right, fuck that. I'm gonna just keep trying. That was the thing. But then it got to being told no. It was just like, okay, is this the stopping point? Like it wasn't a push through this wall. It was just like, well, maybe you should just turn around. And so I'm wondering if like will my 80-year-old self be like, why didn't you push through? It was one bad employer. Yeah, I worked there for a long time and that was like the basis of my career, but like, what if you would have kept, like, I had a podcast by myself at one point that was going pretty well. And the only reason I can point to really for stopping it was that my audio was corrupted one time. One time. I had a women's music.
Well, you could restart it though.
I could.
Except you got all this other stuff on your plate. But I'm saying you.
And so that's what I mean by the what if I try
my
harder?
grandma.
Just like, why didn't you keep it going?
Yeah, or if you just but like you can't try hard at a lot of things. I hear my mom always now everything that's important can't be a priority at the same time. That's what she used to say. Right? Just because it's important doesn't mean it can be the priority of the day. And you just kind of have to pick what you gonna do, friend.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta do that shit. And if the audio corrupted, you gotta re-record it. We had an episode last time that just got deleted. I wanted to quit. I was about to, what's this website called? I was trying to email them something nasty. Oh my God, because the episode was lit. I don't even remember what it was about. But they were finna get hate mail from me, okay?
Yeah. And they
But we
would
back
have
on here
they
tonight.
would have deserved it. Right. So I've grown in like the trying to fix
Yeah,
things
you
working.
doing the thing.
But it's just
You hard on
it's just
yourself,
I
man.
am, and that's what the lady said. She was just like
Yeah. Okay, so you need to rub off on me, and I need to rub off on you.
Okay, so we need to get May 30th.
We need
May
to,
30th
yeah.
is coming.
Yeah, we need to do the things because I need to give more of a shit and you need to give a few less shits.
Just a few less. Just a few less.
I don't care about
what
nothing.
I have started to like. One thing I have chosen, well, I just added to the list of shit that I care about is myself. You can't tell right now because I do look a little crusty.
It's okay. We believe you though. That's the thing, is that we believe you.
I have started to like care more about me. It's like working on my skincare, and I think that I have let my nails do enough recuperating from their last traumatic experience that we're gonna dive back into the nails and the hair and fragrances, and
Welcome.
I want to do more things with my wardrobe and more stuff with my makeup. Like, I finally am deciding to be a girly girl, and I'm very excited about that.
So you coming back. You getting yourself together.
Yeah.
You get yourself together.
Yeah. And I'm very excited about
But pick a thing. 7 days a week. Can't nobody do that
for too long.
and sustain it.
No.
Yeah,
And
that's a short term thing.
And I talked to one of my jobs, and he was just like, well, maybe we can figure out if we can get you one of the weekend days off. Please do that. Because the days that I would have off from the one job, I have to come work with you niggas. And
There's much to figure out.
that's not gonna work.
There's much to figure
That's
out.
not gonna work for me for too long. I used to work 7 days a week. I was younger, more spry, and I worked less hours. It was 7 days a week,
7 days
but
a
it
week,
was
not
just
it.
like,
I'm working like 4 now, and I'm like, this too
this
many.
is too many. Work is ghetto. I don't like. I
It's too many. I'm
understand
trying to get my work week down to a 3-day week for real.
that we all have
Forever.
to contribute to society in some way, but work. No, I want to wake up, talk about my
Actually
business.
enjoy my work though.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy my job. I don't mind going to my job. It's the traffic. I don't like sitting in Atlanta traffic. So it's like getting to and from work.
Mm-hmm.
But I like my job. I like what I do. I just don't always I don't always want to be doing it.
That's real. I don't hate my jobs, right? It's just I feel like it's this is about to sound so crazy. I just feel like these jobs are too thankless. You bitches not telling me thank you enough around here. And therefore,
Please,
I don't want to do
please don't let them watch this and hear her calling them you bitches. Because sis, we gotta edit that out. We gotta. You can't say that. You see, that's what Jackie would tell you right now. Homegirl, you can't say that. I don't even know how we got on this topic
I
today.
don't like that they don't tell me thank you enough. I did get a cup today. It said, you make a difference. And then I got the wrong card. I got the card for somebody else. He's like,
I
"Oop,
don't even care
wrong
if people
bag."
tell me thank you at work.
You don't. That's
That's how much
good.
I don't care.
See,
You wanna know why? Cause my check be on time.
oh,
Bi-weekly.
see, one of my jobs didn't pay me last pay period.
Oh no. Nope, I quit.
Now they did. They was like, you could just stack them hours on this check. Yeah, but it's finna get taxed more. I can't wait. Is it Wednesday? Did I get paid?
I'm going to bed.
I'm
I'm not
opening
doing
Bank
nothing
of
with you today.
America.
Your mother would tell you to find some rest and some
She
joy.
would. She would. She would do
That's
that.
what she
She
would tell
would.
you. And my mama would tell me to find some
The fuck I'm talking about.
enthusiasm.
Bank of America here. Amen.
Just see, that feel good. That's why I don't care about nothing. That can work can't stress me out as long as you pay me.
Them kids got on my nerves today though.
It's okay.
This
That's what
don't
they're
look
supposed to do.
like
They
enough
kids.
money. It
Oh
might be.
shit.
It might
Let me see if
be.
I got paid. I want to say I got paid. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I got paid. I did not.
Damn.
It only hit Bank of America. It did not hit USAA. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
That's all
That's all
right.
right.
I had to pay my tithes. Okay, we at 30 minutes. All right. It's not even probably 30 minutes though. We did spend a lot of time BSing around before. Okay, anyways, the moral of the story is y'all just pray for me. I'm in a season. I'm in
Yeah.
a season. I know that it's temporary.
Mm-hmm.
That God not gonna let me be in this ghetto a situation for too long. Maybe I'm learning something here. What? I don't know
It's not a
yet.
maybe. It's a definitely. We don't go through nothing
For nothing. You right.
for no
Yeah.
reason, right? And when you can't go around it, you just gotta go through it.
Right. Right. Right.
So you be all right.
I will.
I did not mean to minimize it though. I did misread the situation. I didn't recognize that this had been a building up of weeks and weeks because I feel like we talk and you don't be saying that. So, I also would like to pick a bone with you, which is that like we do hard things together. So act like it
Okay.
because I feel a little bit blindsided by these long term feelings you've been having that you haven't shared. And I fight people for fun.
Right.
I haven't been in a fighting years. But it sounds good to say that like, hey, I don't appreciate you going through that on your own. So don't.
Okay.
Cause your mama did and my mama did, so you gotta call me, I gotta call you.
Right. 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 Because who else would we call? Right. Each other. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so pick up the phone.
I will. And I'm gonna see you in soon. So excited.
Excited.
Okay, well, a tear is finna fall, and I didn't plan on crying this episode, so I'll see you later. Love y'all. Bye.